Good morning, everyone. Mark your attendance. Okay. In last class, I'm discussing about your parking facility. So, in parking facility, I'm discussing about how we park our vehicle and what are the various types of parking available with us. So, I'm discussing about on-street parking, off-street parking. So, both I'm discussing about how our on-street parking, how our off-street parking will work. So, today I'm discussing about your very important topic, that is your accident analysis and accident study. Because in India, every year 4 to 5 lakhs people will die due to accident happen in various roads. So basically, accident study plays an important role for our study because uh, due to accident we lost many lives. So just see here how we do accident study and what are the various methods involving in your accident study and analysis. So I think here we discuss about accident study and analysis. So what do you mean by accident? Basically, accident is collision involving at least one moving transportation vehicle and another vehicle object. So basically, if you see here why accident happen, there are many possibility or many cause for road accident. One of the cause is your road user, basically driver, pedestrian, passenger. Driver, that means age of driver, fatigue, over speed, race driving, carelessness, violation of rules regulation, failure in understanding situations, consumption of alcohol. These all are cause of accident. An accident will happen with with another vehicle. Accident will happen with the surrounding things. That means if you observe here, one vehicle is moving from this lane, but the driver of this vehicle will will uh, uh, consume alcohol. So basically, he do not see the road properly, or he is in masti. So basically he just maneuver his car or his bus or his truck right left. So this is a possibility for accident happening. So basically accident means collision involving at least one moving transportation vehicle and another vehicle and objects. Next is what are the various objects and what are the various objectives of our accidents. So various objectives of accident study. So to study the cause of accident and suggest corrective measures. So basically, these are our objective of accident study because what that accident due to accident in India every year 4 to 5 lakhs people will be die. So accident studies. So, by doing accident study, we suggest what are the different factors and the purpose. Here, our purpose is to find the possible cause of accident related to driver, vehicle, and roadway. So, accident analysis are made to develop information such as driver and pedestrian accident occurrence by age group and also relationship of accident to physical capacity and the psychological test results. So, accident study or accident analysis is carried out in order to determine the cause or causes of an accident that can be result in single or multiple outcomes so as to prevent further accidents of a similar kind. It is a part of accident investigation or incident investigation. So this analysis may be performed by a range of experts including forensic scientists, forensic engineers, or health and safety advisors. So accident investigators, particularly those in the aircraft industry, are colloquially known as tin kickers. Health and safety and patient safety proposals prefers using the term incident in place of the accident. So its retrospective nature means that accident analysis is primarily an exercise of directed explanation conducted using the theories or methods the analysis has to hand, which directs the way in which the event aspects or features or features of accident phenomena are highlighted and explained. So accident analysis is performed in basically four ways. I discuss these things further, so don't worry. So what we do, I'm here. So just wait. So objective of accident study is to study the so basically our objective next objective is to evaluate existing design, regulation and control measures. Next is to compute the financial losses incurred. Next is to support the proposed design. Next is to provide economic justification, road user cost, because I already say you that in India every year 4 to 5 lakh people will be died due to your road accidents. Next is your maintenance cost and accident cost. Next is to the improve suggested by our traffic engineers. Next objective of accident study is to carry out before and after study after implementing changes. And last one and foremost objective is to calculate financial losses because due to accident various financial losses will be take place. So we have to decide uh, by which means we reduce these financial losses. So after objective, we we see this accident analysis is performed in four steps. One of the step is fact gathering. So after an accident, a forensic process is started to gather all possibly relevant facts that may be contribute to understanding the accident. Next accident analysis is second fact analysis. First is your fact gathering. So in fact gathering, after an accident, a forensic process is started to gather all possibly relevant facts that may contribute to understanding the accident. Next is our fact analysis. So after the forensic process has been completed or at least delivered some results, the facts are put together to give a big picture. So the history of the accident is reconstructed and checked for consistency and plausibility. Next is your conclusion drawing. So if the accident history is sufficiently informative, conclusions can be drawn about uh, how accident will happen and what are the cause of accident. Next is your countermeasures. So in some cases the development of countermeasures or recommendation are made to prevent further accidents of the same kind. So different methods for our uh, accident analysis. So there exist numerous forms of accident analysis method. It can be divided into three categories. So I come at that point also, but before going into details, that means we have different accident analysis method. One is your causal analysis, next is your expert analysis, next is your organizational analysis. Before going into that detail, I am discussing about what are the various I think what are the various just wait. Next slide is what are the various causes of road accident. So first one is your road users. Road users means the people who use that particular road. So driver, pedestrian, and passenger, they use just the road, and the accident will cause loss of life of a driver, of a pedestrian, or of a passengers. So driver, basically age of driver, fatigue, over speed, race driving, carelessness, violation of rules and regulations, failure in understanding situation, consumption of alcohol. These all factors will cause road accident for a driver. Next is your pedestrian. So carelessness and lack of awareness, they cause accident for your pedestrian. Next is your passengers. So boarding and deboarding of moving vehicles. So basically, how age of a driver. So if you understand that our government will give driving license to the age of I think above 80 years people, but for if you see in your surrounding that many boys who is underage, that means he do not cross the age of 18, that means he is in age of 15, 16, they also drive the car. So this is the major cause of accident because the age of driver is not so much, that means he is underage, that means he is just 13-year 14-year 15-year olds. So he have not so much of careness, and he do not know all the rules and regulations which will be imposed by our government for driving the cars or for driving the vehicles. So basically this cause accident or the driver. Next is fatigue. So fatigue means if you observe that if you travel a long distance, that means from Mumbai to Delhi, you travel by your own cars. So if it may be happen that it takes around 24 hours. So you travel with your own car, with your own driver. So it is possible that your driver do not continuously drive the car for 20 hour or 15 or 16 hour 24 hours because some rest is needed to the driver also. But if you ask him to drive continuously, then it might be possible that he feel some fatigue. So it also cause road accidents. Next is your over speed. So you also see in your surrounding that many boys will drive his own vehicle over speed. That means if the design speed of road that will be assigned by our government is 60 kilometer per hour, 70 kilometer per hour, but on that particular road many bikers will drive his bike with more than 90 kilometer per hour speed, with more than 80 kilometer per hour speed. So basically this couch also accident or road accident in the various cross section of the road. Next is race driving. It's also the same thing for your overspeed. Next is carelessness. So if you show carelessness, that means if you drive your four wheeler or if you drive your motor bicycle or motorcycle and you also talk with someone on your mobile, so it also cause road accident because you are in a carelessness mode, so you do not focus on road, so it also cause your road accident. Next is violation of rules. So I think these all points are known to you all. So these are the factors which cause our road accident. Next is your vehicle. So basically first one is your road users. So here you see first one is your road user. Next one is your vehicle. So condition of vehicle, type of vehicle, it also cause road accident. So you all see, just here you all see. Second is your vehicle. So vehicle, that is braking system. Interaction between system tire and road surface governs braking performance. That is your skidding. Because what do you mean by skidding? I also discussed these things. That is, we have two factors. One is skidding and another is slipping. So if translational movement is greater than rotational movement, then it causes skidding. And if rotational movement is greater than your translational movement, it is your slipping. So basically braking system failure also cause accident. Because if you see here, here this is the wheel of your vehicle. This is the wheel of your vehicle, and this is a particular section of road. So just wait, I'm erasing this. So here, just so here you see, you have a road. Next, what you do here is the tire of vehicle, and they start moving on a particular section of road. So this is rotational movement of your tire. This is your rotational movement, and when this vehicle will move on this road, this is the translational movement. This is the translational movement. So if rotational movement, is greater than translational movement, it is called as slipping. It is called as slipping. I-double-P-I-N-G. And if this translational movement, is greater than rotational movement, if translation movement is greater than rotational movement, then it's called as skidding. So basically interaction between system tires, that means interaction between your vehicle tires and road surface, governs braking performance. So you know, if the translational movement is greater than rotational movement, that means if you apply the brake, and after application of brake your vehicle will suddenly stop, then at that particular time of and then at that particular time or at that particular instant, the rotational moment of your vehicle will be stopped. So what happened? So basically if the rotational movement of your vehicle will stop, then your vehicle will start skidding, because some translational movement will be shown by the vehicle and only rotational movement will be stopped. Next condition, if your braking efficiency is not so high, that means if you apply the brake and your vehicle will do not stop, that means the brake pedal or brake shoe will mm, do not fix your uh, bike or your motorcycle tire. So there may be your rotational movement greater than your translational movement. So if your rotational movement is greater than translational movement, then slipping will be occur. Next is your vehicle lighting system, and foremost thing is your vehicle lighting system. So basically, if the lighting system of your vehicle is good, then it do not cause accident. If vehicle lighting system is poor, then it also causes your road accident. So first one is your main beam, second one is your deeper beam, and third one is your rear lamp. So how main beam affect or cause accident, how deeper light cause accident, how rear lamp cause accident. So first is your main beam. So enables the driver to see roads ahead for long distance. Second is your deeper light. So provide sufficient visibility to driver by avoiding glare to opposite vehicle. Next is your rear lamp. So it gives indication of presence of vehicle for the following vehicles. So next slide. Next is your direction indicator. Just wait, I erase all these things. Next is your direction indicators. So notice about turning movement. So if we do not give direction indicator signs, then it also cause accident. So first one is vehicle body and its feature. So shape and dimension of driver seat, position of control with respect to driver seat, visibility of driver from the seat, noise level in the vehicle, screen wipers, mirror and tires, vehicle inspection and maintenance. These all things will cause our accident. So these all I think parameters governs our accidents. So I already say accident analysis. We have three accident study analysis method. One is your causal analysis. Second is your expert analysis. Third is your organizational analysis. So causal analysis use the principle of causality to determine the course of events. Next is your expert analysis. So, it expert analysis rely on the knowledge and experience of field experts. Organizational analysis it relies on systematic theory of organization. So, these all are your accident analysis methods. So, I discuss one by one all the things. So, don't worry. Next is your next is your just wait. Next is your roads and its condition. So, slipperiness, potholes, side distance, super elevation, carriageway width, these all are the cause for accident happening on a road. So if slipperiness, that means I already discussed how skidding, how slipping occur. So slipping means friction between the tire and surface. So if the friction between tire and surface is less, if the friction between tire and surface is less, then your rotational moment is much greater than your translational moment. So if rotational moment is much greater than your translational moment, then slipperiness occur or slipping will occur, which cause accident. And next is your potholes. So depression on road. So if you travel, so I think if you travel from Chavasa to Chavasa market. So that means from your Chavasa college to Chavasa market, you see many depressions you have observed or you see on the roads. So these all depressions and all the potholes will also cause accident on that particular road. So this is foremost thing for accident because if the potholes or depressions are available on the road, then the rider, that means the driver, uh, will do not drive his bike or his uh, four-wheeler vehicles or any vehicles with that comforts. Next is your side distance. So basically, if side distance, that means stopping side distance, overtaking side distance, not available on a particular road, and if the driver of vehicle will start overtaking or will move from up gradient or down gradient, and if sufficient side distance is not available for that particular driver, then it may also cause accident happening on that particular section of road where side distance is not available and overtaking side distance, that means OST is not available. So we have to design a road on such manner that every section of the road OSD, and that means overtaking side distance, and SSD, that means side distance is available for a driver. Next is super elevation. So super elevation is your one of the foremost thing for your horizontal alignment, because in super elevation we rise uh, outer side of your pavement or outer side of your road with respect to inner side. So super elevation educates, super elevation should be provided, deficiency leads to accidents. Next is your carriageway width. So sufficient carriageway width is provided, which depends upon traffic. So if traffic is so high, then we give much much caliber width or I think width of pavement. So these all things kept in mind during construction of your geometric design. Next is your okay. Next is your deficiency in road signs and marking. So deficiency in road signs and marking also cause accident. Next, junction design. So junction, that means at basically rotary accidents are happening or at intersections. This junction is also known as intersection. This junction is also known as this junction is known as intersection. This junction is also known as intersection. So next is your junction design. So for junction design, you have to take uh, proper proper design concepts and proper design specification for your turning radius and width of entry and exit. So next is your narrow bridge and culverts. Cause serious accidents when road is wide than that of width of bridge or culverts. Next is median, prevents head-on collision and street lightning. Next is your environmental factors and weather conditions. Environmental factors and weather condition also couch your accidents. So in environmental factors like smoke, dust, snow, heavy rainfalls, and animal and other factors which all cause your accident, because if you travel your bike or if you travel your four-wheeler in heavy rain, then you see or you feel there is no much side distance or overtaking side distance available for a road or particular section of road, but many driver will ride his or her bike with his design speed. So it also cause accident, because if you know heavy rainfall is happening, so you have to reduce your design speed or you have to reduce the speed of your vehicles, but they do not reduce, so it also cause accident. Next is snow. So snow is basically a type of precipitation, and you all know precipitation is the the form of water which falls on earth surface. Next is the dust. So due to dust also uh, accident will happen, because it also cause glare or it also do not allow good visibility or good side distance on a road. Smoke, all these things are the cause of your accident. Next is your accident analysis. So collection of accident data, report and accident records. So what you have to do, you have to just you have to just collect you have to just collect what are the different place where accident will, what are the different place. Collection of accident data, that means you have to be collect where the accident will be happen. So you have to collect the data in your logbook or in your report that what at which particular section of the road the accident will be happen. So you collect data that this particular section from this day to this day two accident will be happen. You have to collect that from this day to this day at this particular section of road three accident will be happen. So you collect your data. Next is your accident report. So you have to be submit a report to the traffic engineers or to the transportation department that at which particular section of road how many accident will be happen and what are the cause of that accident to be happen on that particular road. So you have to be report that accident. Next is accident records. So if the government have their accident record, then with that help or with that respect, he designed the road accordingly that he try to minimize the accident for that section. Or if he design a new road, then he fulfill all the gaps for minimizing the road accidents. So these all are the parameters by which accident analysis is done. So first is your collection of accident data. So in accident data, we have to collect on which date, on which time, on what is the age group of person which involved in that accident. So these all are collected in our collection of accident data. So you all observe this slide. Just wait. Next is collection of accident data. First is general, that means you have to be collect the date, time, person involved in accident and classification of accident like the accident is serious, minor, moderate. So we have to be collect uh, uh, because accident analysis is done by collection of accident data. We have to report that accident. Next is we have to also record that accident and with that record, we have tried to minimize the cause of accident and for future expansion or future extension of road, we try to fulfill all the relevant gaps which will be involved during prior construction of that particular road. So first one is collection of accident data, that means general, date, time, person involved with accident, classification of accident like that accident is serious or minor. Next is location. So description and detail of location of accident, where the accident is happening, what is the cause for accident at that location, is any bump is present or not, or is any horizontal curve or is any vertical curve or is any I think you have to check that is any cross section element present at that particular section of road or not where the accident is happening or not. So these all are try to collect from the uh, traffic uh, engineers who study about your accidents for a particular section of road. Next is details of vehicle involved. That means registration number, description of vehicle, loading detail, vehicular defect. So you have to check at that section or at that particular section where the accident is happening. which which vehicle is involved. That means each accident happening for two-wheeler, accident happening of four-wheeler, accident happening of bus, truck. You have to check. So you have to check the registration number, description of vehicle. That means you have to check the vehicle is two-wheeler, four-wheeler, and so on. Next is loading detail. You have to check each the vehicle is loaded heavy or it is moderate or it is very less. So you have to check the loading detail also. Next is your vehicular defects. So you have to check the vehicle is old, you have to check the vehicle is uh, new, and also you have to check the condition of vehicle, or you have to check each any defects already involved in vehicle or already present in the vehicle to cause accident or not. Next is nature of accident. So you have to also check pedestrian or object involved, details of collision, dams and damage and injury. So you have to check each the vehicle who is involved in accident will collide with any pedestrian or any object involved. That means is it collide with a tree, is it collide with a nearby dhaba, or it collide with nearby restaurant, or also we have tried to gather the details of collision and also try to gather the damage happening at that particular section where the accident will happen. That means it what are the cost of damaging couch due to this accident. Next is injury details. So we have to collect how many person will injured and what are the effects of that accident. So we have to gather all this information. Next is your uh, I think road and traffic condition. So you have to check details of road geometry. So you have to check the geometric design of road. It will be designed. It will be designed proper or not. Next is your surface characteristic. Surface characteristic. You have to check your cross section element is designed or fulfilling all the relevant condition by given by our IRC or not. Next is type of traffic and traffic density. So you have to check each traffic density is high or is traffic density is low at that particular section of road where accident will be happen. Next is primary cause of accident. So primary cause of accident, that means details of various possible cases already mentioned which are the main cause of accident. Next is accident cost. So financial loss. So you have to check, just wait. So you have to check financial loss incurred due to property damage, personal injury, and computed in term of rupees. So you have to check all these things during your accident study. So accident analysis is carried out in order to determine the cause or cause of an accident, which I already discussed prior. So as to prevent further accident of a similar kind, it is a part of accident investigation, or basically accident investigation is somewhere known as incident investigation. So this analysis may be performed by a range of experts. I already said this include your forensic scientists, forensic engineers, or health or safety advisors. So basically these are all the process which involve in your accident analysis. So accident analysis involve first collection of accident data, second is your accident report, third is your accident records. So you have to keep all these things in mind during the collection of your accident data. Next, I think in next session, that means I take the second session from I think from 12 p.m. So you all join. So from next session, I'm discussing about your accident report. So how we prepare accident report. So in next session, I'm discussing these things. So here I conclude our lecture. So thank you everyone.